Hi guys, Assalamualaikum. Welcome back to my channel. So on this video, I'm gonna explain to you guys about the material in Basic English Grammar book by Betty Azad Scraper, second edition. So without further ado, let's begin.
Chapter 1 Using be and have. Noun plus is plus noun, singular. Singular means one, not two or more. Here's an example. Canada is a country. Canada is a singular noun. Is a singular verb and country is a singular noun. A frequently comes in front of singular nouns. A is called an article. A and an have the same meaning. They are both articles. A is used in front of words that begin with consonant. An is used in front of words that begin with A, I, U, E, and O. Next, we have noun plus R plus noun plural. Plural means two, three, or more. Here's the example. Dogs are animals. Dogs is a plural noun. Are is a plural verb and animals is a plural noun. Plural nouns end with s. A and an are used only with singular nouns. Some singular nouns that end in y have a special plural form. Remove the y and add ies. For example, city. Remove the y and add ies. City, cities. Country, countries. Pronoun plus be plus noun. I, you, we, they, she, he, it are pronouns. Am is are forms of be. The form of singular is pronouns I, you, she, he, it plus be, am, is, are plus noun. For example, I am a student. And for the plural form is pronoun you, we, they plus are plus noun plus s. For example, we are students. Contraction with be. When people speak, they often push two words together. A contraction is two words that are pushed together. Pronoun plus be makes a contraction. Contractions of a subject pronoun plus be are used in both speaking and writing. The mark in the middle of contraction is called an apostrophe. Negative with be. Not makes a sentence negative. Not can be contracted with is and are. Is not contracted into isn't. For example, Tom isn't a teacher, he's a student. Are not contracted into aren't. Tom and Anna aren't teachers. What about am not? Is it contracted into amn't? No, it's not. Am and not are not contracted. So, the correct sentence is I'm not a teacher. Next, yes or no question with be. In a question, be comes in front of the subject. A question ends with a question mark and a sentence ends with a period. When people answer a question, they usually give only a short answer, but sometimes they give a long answer too. For example, is she a student? Yes, she is. She is a student. Or no, she's not. She's not a student. Or no, she isn't. She isn't a student. Using have and has. I, we, they using have and she, it using has. For example, I have a pencil. She has a pencil. Next, using my, your, his, her, our, and their. These are called possessive adjectives. They come in front of nouns. Using this and that. This is for something that is near us and that is for something that is not near us. The last one is using this and those. This is singular form of this and those is singular form of that. Now let's move to the chapter 2, Expressing Present Time, Part 1. Form and basic meaning of the present tense. The simple present tense express habits. In the sentence, eating breakfast is a habit, a usual activity. Every morning means Monday morning, Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, Thursday morning, Friday morning, Saturday morning, and Sunday morning. The verb after she, he, it in third person singular has a final s. Using frequency adverbs. Always, usually, often, sometimes, seldom, rarely, and never are called frequency adverbs. They come between the subject and the simple present verb. Always means 100%, usually 99 to 90%, often 90% to 75%, sometimes 75% to 25%, seldom 25% to 10%, rarely 10% to 1%, and never is 0%. Using frequency adverbs with be. Frequency adverbs follow be. Frequency adverbs come before all simple present verbs except be. The simple present, negative. Do and does are called helping verbs. People usually use contraction both speaking and writing. Here's the form of negative simple present. I, we, you, they plus don't plus main verb. For example, they don't understand, and then she, he, it plus doesn't plus main verb. For example, she doesn't know. In third person singular, there's no s on the main verb, so she doesn't know is incorrect. The simple present, yes or no question. The form of yes or no question in simple present is do or does plus subject plus main verb. For example, do you like coffee? Yes, I do. I like coffee. Or no, I don't. I don't like coffee. Does she like coffee? Yes, she does. She likes coffee. Or no, she doesn't. She doesn't like coffee. The main verb in the question does not have a final s. The final s is part of those. So, does she likes tea is incorrect. The correct sentence is does she like tea. And then, when the main verb is a form of be, do is not used. Do you a student is incorrect. The correct sentence is are you a student? The simple present, asking information questions with where, when, and what time. The form of asking information question with where is where plus do or does plus subject plus main verb. For example, where do you live? In Tokyo. I live in Tokyo. And then asking information questions with when and what time. When do you go to class? At 9 o'clock. What time do you go to class? At 9 o'clock. When does Anna eat dinner? At 6 p.m. What time does Anna eat dinner? At 6 p.m. The frequency adverb usually comes immediately after the subject in a question. Question word plus does or do plus subject plus usually plus main verb. For example, what time do you usually go to class? Using it to talk about time. In English, people use it to express time. For example, what day is it? It's Monday. What month is it? It's September. What year is it? It's 2024. What's the date today? It's May 30th or it's the 15th of May. What time is it? It's 9 or it's 9 o'clock or it's 9 a.m. Preposition of time. At is for specific time on the clock. For example, we have class at 9. In is used for specific month, year, or time. For example, I was born in 2006. On is used for specific day of the week, specific date. For example, we have no class on Monday. From blah 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 to blah blah blah. From a specific time to a specific time. For example, we have class from 1 to 2:30. Using it to talk about weather. In English, people usually use it when they talk about the weather. For example, it's sunny today. It's hot and humid today. People commonly ask about the weather by saying, what's the weather like? Or how's the weather? For example, what's the weather like in London in March? How's the weather in Paris in December? Chapter 3. Expressing present time, Part 2. Be plus ing, the present progressive tense. I am sitting in class right now. When I say this sentence, I am in class. I am sitting. I am not standing. The action sitting is happening right now, and I'm saying the sentence at the same time. Am, is, are is helping verbs. Sitting is the main verb. Am, is, are plus ending ing is the form of present progressive tense. Spelling of ending ing. Rule number 1. A consonant plus ending e, drop the e and add ing. For example, smile, smiling, write, writing. Rule number 2. One vowel plus one consonant, double the consonant and add ing. For example, sit, sitting, run, running. Rule number 3. Two vowel plus one consonant, add ing, do not double the consonant. For example, read, reading, rain, raining. Rule number 4. Two consonant, add ing, do not double the consonants. For example, stand, standing, push, pushing. The present progressive questions. Be plus subject ing. For example, is Tom coming? Yes, he is. He's coming. No, he's not. He's not coming. No, he isn't. He isn't coming. Keyword plus be plus subject plus ing. Why are you watching TV? Because I like this program. The simple present versus the simple present progressive. What's the differences? The simple present express habits or usual activities. The present progressive express actions that are happening right now while the speaker is speaking. The simple present uses do and does as helping verbs in questions. The present progressive uses am, is, are in questions. The simple present uses do and does as helping verbs in negative. The present progressive uses am, is, are in negative. Non-action verbs not used in the present progressive. Some verbs are not used in the present progressive. They are called non-action verbs. For example, I'm thirsty right now. I want an ice cream. Want is a non-action verb. Want express a physical or emotional need, not an action. Here's the example of non-action verb. You can pause this video and read it by yourself. Next, see, look at, watch, hear, and listen to. See is a non-action verb. Seeing happens because my eyes are open. Seeing is a physical reaction, not planned reaction. For example, I see many things in this room. Look at is an action verb. Looking is a planned or purposeful action. Looking happens for a reason. For example, I'm looking at the clock. I want to know the time. Watch is an action verb. Watch for a long time. Look at for a short time. For example, I'm watching TV. Hear is a non-action verb. Hearing is an unplanned act. It expresses a physical reaction. For example, I hear music for the next house. Listen to is an action verb. Listening happens for a purpose. For example, listen to me, please. Need and want plus a noun or an infinitive. Need is stronger than want. Need gives the idea that something is very important. Need and want are followed by a noun or by an infinitive. An infinitive is to plus the simple form of a verb. For the example of verb plus noun, we need food. I want an ice cream. Verb plus infinitive, we need to eat. I want to eat an apple. Would like have the same meaning as want, but would like is more polite. I'm thirsty. I want a glass of water. I'm thirsty. I would like a glass of water. No final S on both would and like. Would contracted to in speaking. Contraction of would and pronouns are often used in writing. Would like can be followed by an infinitive. Would like plus infinitive. For example, I would like to eat a sandwich. In the question, would comes before the subject. Would, subject, like. Would you like some tea? Yes, I would. Would is used alone in short answer to question with would like. Would like versus like. Would like indicates that we want to do something now or in the future. For example, I would like to go to the zoo. Like indicates that we always, usually, or often enjoy something. For example, I like to go to the zoo. Chapter 4, Nouns and Pronouns. Nouns, subjects and objects. A noun is used as the subject of a sentence. A noun is used as the object of a verb. Birds is a noun. It's used as the subject of the sentence. A noun is also used as the object of a preposition. In is a preposition. The noun sky with the article the in front is the object of the preposition in. Subject pronouns and object pronouns. A pronoun has the same meaning as a noun. In grammar, we say that a pronoun refers to a noun. For example, I know Tina. She is humble. I know her well. She and her refers to Tina. Sometimes a pronoun refers to a noun phrase. For example, I have a red book. It's on my desk. It refers to the whole phrase, a red book. Nouns, count and non-count. A count noun, singular, a plus noun, one plus noun. For example, a pen, one pen. Plural, noun plus s. For example, books, two books. A non-count noun, singular, do not use a and one. For example, money, some money. Plural, a non-count noun does not have a plural form. Using a or an versus some. A or an is used in front of singular count nouns. For example, I have a pen. Some is used in front of plural count nouns. For example, I have some pens. Some also used in front of non-count nouns. For example, I have some rice. Using some, any, something, someone, anything, and anyone. Use some in a statement. For example, I have some money. Use any in a negative sentence. For example, I don't have any money. Use either some or any in the question. For example, do you have some or any money? In a statement, use something or someone. In a negative sentence, use anything or anyone. In a question, use either something or someone or anything or anyone. Chapter 5. Expressing past time. Using be, past time, and negative. Was is used for singular pronouns like I, she, he, it, and were is for plural pronouns like you, we, they. For example, in present time, I am in class today. In past time, it changed into I was in class yesterday. Contraction is also used in negative. Was not is wasn't and were not is weren't. For example, I wasn't in class yesterday. They weren't at home last night. Part of big questions and the simple past tense using ending ed. Yes or no questions. For example, were you in class yesterday? Yes, I was. I was in class yesterday. Information questions. For example, where were you yesterday? In class. I was in class yesterday. And the simple past tense using ending ed. I, you, she, he, it, we, they plus ed is the form of the simple past tense. For example, I walked to school yesterday. Past time words yesterday, last, and ago. What's the difference between these words? Yesterday is used with morning, afternoon, and evening. Last is used for night with long periods of time. Week, month, year with seasons, spring, summer, winter, etc. and with days of the week. Ago means in the past. It follows specific length of time. For example, 2 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago, 3 minutes ago. The simple past irregular verbs. Some verbs do not have ending es forms. The past form is irregular. For example, come, came, do, did, eat, ate, get, got, go, went, have, had, see, saw, sit, sat, sleep, slept, stand, stood, and write, wrote. Next, chapter 6, expressing future time. Future time using be going to. Be going to express or to talk about the future. The form is am, is, are plus going plus infinitive. to plus simple form of a verb. For example, I am going to go downtown tomorrow. Negative is be plus not plus going to. For example, I am not going to school tomorrow. Questions: be plus subject plus going to. For example, are you going to school tomorrow? A form of be is used in the short answer to a yes or no question with be going to. For example, no, I'm not. Using today, tonight, and this plus morning, afternoon, evening, week, and year. These words can express present, past, or future time. For example, present. Right now it's 10 a.m. We are in our English class. We are studying English this morning. Past. Right now it's 10 a.m. Nancy left home at 9 a.m. to go downtown. She isn't at home right now. Nancy went downtown this morning. Future. Right now it's 10 a.m. Class ends at 11 a.m. After class today, I'm going to go to the post office. I'm going to go to the post office this morning. Future time using will. Here's some rules of using will for future time. The simple form of a verb follows will. Mike will goes there. It's incorrect. Goes is not correct. There is never a final s on will for future time. Mike wills go there. It's also incorrect. Will is not followed by an infinitive with to. Mike will to go there. It's also incorrect. Will is contracted to with subject pronouns. These contractions are common in both speaking and writing. For example, I'll be there. Negative contraction. Will plus not. Won't. For example, I won't forget. Next, chapter 7. Expressing ability. Using can. Can express ability and possibility. For example, Yuko can speak English. An infinitive with to does not follow can. For example, Yuko can to speak English. It's incorrect. The main verb never has a final s. Yuko can speak English. It's incorrect. Negative form of can is can plus not, cannot. The contraction of can is can plus not, can. Using can questions. Can you speak Arabic? Yes, I can. No, I can't. Can Marge come to the party? Yes, she can. No, she can't. Where can I buy a hammer? At a hardware store. When can you help me? Tomorrow afternoon. Using know how to and using could, past of can. For example, I can swim. I know how to swim. A and B have basically the same meaning. Know how to express ability. Could is the past form of can. For example, I was in Hawaii last month. I could go to the beach every day when I was there. Question form of could. Could plus subject plus main verb. For example, could you speak English before you came here? Using very and to plus adjective. And using too many and too much plus noun. Very and to come in front of adjective. Very and to do not have the same meaning. For example, this box is very heavy, but Tom can lift it. Very heavy means it is difficult but possible for Tom to lift the box. The box is too heavy. Bob can't lift it. Too heavy means it is impossible for Bob to lift it. Too is frequently used with many and much. Too many is used in front of count nouns. Too much is used in front of non-count nouns. For example, my stomach doesn't feel good. I ate too many sandwiches. I ate too much food. Using be able to. In present tense, I am able to touch my toes. I can touch my toes. A and B have basically the same meaning. Future tense, I will be able to go shopping tomorrow. I can go shopping tomorrow. C and D have basically the same meaning. In past tense, I wasn't able to finish my homework last night. I couldn't finish my homework last night. E and F have basically the same meaning. Chapter 8. Nouns, adjectives, and pronouns. Modifying nouns with adjective and nouns. Adjectives can modify nouns. Nouns can modify other nouns. For example, I bought a grammar book. A noun that is used as an adjective is always in its singular form. Both an adjective and a noun can modify a noun. The adjective comes first, the noun comes second. For example, I bought an expensive grammar book. Word order of adjectives. A large red car. Two adjectives, large and red, modify a noun, car. Adjectives follow a particular order. An adjective describing size, large, comes before color, red. A beautiful young woman. The adjective beautiful expresses an opinion. Opinion adjectives usually come before all other adjectives. Guys, I think there's some typo, yeah. Expression of quality. It should be expressions of quantity. Expression of quantity. All of, most of, and some of. All of, most of, and some of is express quantities. All of is 100%. Most of means a large part but not all. Some of is a small or medium part. And almost all of means 95% to 99%. Almost is used with all. All cannot be omitted. Guys, I'm sorry. There's a typo again. It should be expressions of quantity. One of, none of. One of is followed by a specific plural noun. For example, Sam is one of my friends. The verb following none of plus a plural noun can be singular. For example, none of the students was late. None of the students were late. Both are correct. Possessive pronouns: mine, yours, his, hers, ours, and theirs. A possessive adjective is used in front of a noun. For example, my book. A possessive pronoun is used alone without a noun following it. For example, that book is mine. Next, Chapter 9, Making Comparisons. Comparisons using the same as, similar to, and different from. Example of the same as. A and B are the same. A is the same as B. Similar to. C and D are similar. C is similar to D. Different. E and F are different. E is different from F. Comparisons using like and alike. Like means similar to. Alike means similar. Like and alike have the same meaning, but the sentence patterns are different. For example, your pen is like my pen. Your pen and my pen are alike. The comparative using ending er and more. When we use adjective, old, important, to compare two people or two things, the adjective has special forms. Add ending er to an adjective or use more in front of an adjective. The use of and more is called the comparative form. For example, Mary is older than Tom. Health is more important than money. If an adjective ends in y, change the y to I and add er. For example, pretty, prettier. Use more in front of adjectives that have two or more syllables, except adjectives that end in y. The superlative using ending est and most. The comparative or more compares to things or people. For example, apple is bigger than strawberry. The superlative ending est or most compares three or more things or people. For example, my hand has 5 fingers. My thumb is the shortest of all. Next, Chapter 10, Expressing Ideas with Verbs using should, let's, and must. Should means this is a good idea, this is a good advice. Should is followed by the simple form of a verb. For example, you're sick, you should see a doctor. Negative form is should not. For example, you should not leave your grammar book at home, you need it at class. Modal auxiliaries. An auxiliary is helping verb. It comes in front of the simple form of a main verb. The following helping verbs are called modal auxiliary. For example, can, could, may, might, must, should, will, and would. They are followed by the simple form of a verb without to. Expressions that are similar to modal auxiliaries are be able, be going to, and have to. Okay guys, this is the end of our journeys. I hope you guys understand. And thank you for watching my videos till end. Don't forget to like, comment, and share guys. Bye bye.